discipline and the cutaways, you know what I'm saying? They know that if that is right, then that means that's right. And if I ain't willing to commit that, then I'ma just not believe it all. Right? That's why you say throw the baby out of the bathwater, because they'll rather not believe it all and throw everything away versus try to work it. That's wrong, man. Believe it, so I try to work it. Versus just saying, no, I ain't gonna do it just because I ain't ready to hold it.
You got to every day of being the way you at right now. So when they say go back to bad water, that's saying you supposed to do that?
No. Like I'd rather have dirty water in the baby versus doing everything way different water.
Okay. So you can't throw the baby. You can't.
I'd rather deal with what you got to deal with versus get it all. That one thing like I ain't just saying all the time, but I ain't just gonna say, nah, I don't believe that, I can't do that, so I ain't gonna do that. Nah. You know, you might not be able to change everything from like right now. It's a word. You gotta get it in the word. I'd rather sit down and know something than to be not knowing nothing and still be happening to me, and I'm like, wow, this cat. I understand why some stuff happen, you know, because I don't do that would make it sad that like you said, you probably see it from the distance. Why that happened to you, but you ain't on this level, so even if I tell you, you ain't gonna understand.
And you're not able to knock out some distractions.
Right. Yeah. And the more you out there, the more they lay angry.
You can't talk about that. You can see it. You know. Right.
No one, we go through it, so look at somebody.
All right, y'all, we're going to get started. We're going to stand and face Jerusalem. Open up with the scripture. Try to get this done. Faster than I can do it. I'm starting to use it. Not really. All right, brother.
Shalom, house of Israel.
Shalom, brother. Peace.
Thank Almighty God, able to come out and worship on His Sabbath in spirit and truth. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. The opening scripture come today from Psalms 37, verses 1 through 9. As I read, let the Spirit speak to your hearts. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be ye envious at the wicked against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good, so thou shalt dwell in the land, and verily shall thou be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, He shall give you desires of thy heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in Him, He shall bring it to pass. He shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Fret not thyself because of him who prosper in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger, forsake wrath. Fret not thyself anywise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord shall inherit the earth. We thank the Almighty for His holy word. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. First and foremost, we always like to give praise and honor to the God of Israel, of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We know who the God of Israel is Jesus. I'm going to get right to the title of the lesson. The title of the lesson is Peace and Safety, Then Sudden Destruction. Peace and safety, then sudden destruction. And the reason why I titled this lesson that because of what's going on in the world. Because a lot of times people in the world start panicking when they hear war. In the Sunday churches or any others, a lot of these churches are not talking about current events. But I'm here to tell you that just because a war pops up, that's not no time to get scared. If you understand the scripture, if you don't understand the plan of God, every war that pop up, first thing gonna come in people's minds is it's about to be the end of the world, or Jesus about to rapture us back to heaven, which is a lie. So I just want to make sure I comfort people's minds. Just because they hear the United States bomb somebody and they feel like, oh man, Trump doing wrong, Trump doing this. Trump ain't doing nothing that's not already been done. Been wars from the beginning of the world. There's always going to be wars. But the problem is, people don't understand that the way God do it, his timing is totally different than the way the world do it. The world panic when they hear war. You shouldn't panic when you hear war. You should panic when it's peace all over the world. When it's peaceful. Then there's going to be sudden destruction. You look at all in Bible history dealing with Noah. God didn't let nothing happen to Noah for 100 years. He built that ark in peace. 100 years. He always prepared a way for his people to transition to the spot they're supposed to be.
That's right.
Just like the children of Israel coming out of Egypt under Pharaoh for 400 years. He let them transition out of Egypt, and then he brought the destruction on Pharaoh.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He did some destruction inside of Egypt, don't get me wrong, but he gonna let his people get out in the place of safety. Just like he gonna do us in this day, in this time, when he calls back. It's gonna be peace. As long as you hear wars and rumors of war, hey, ain't nothing happening. But once you hear that the Pope of Rome or somebody try to come up with world peace, be looking toward Jerusalem for that third temple. So this is what the lesson is all about, trying to ease your mind, because I know a lot of people thinking like, somebody happen. I ain't never about to happen. All thing about to happen is, if you're in the military, you're in the wrong spot. You know what I'm saying? I tell all these young kids about going to the military, y'all better watch it. I'm not trying to control your life or anything like that, but you are a bodyguard for the United States or anywhere in this world with these world leaders. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. So be careful. You know what I'm saying? I ain't telling nobody not to go. That's your prerogative. But we got to understand, when God does his thing, he's going to make sure there's going to be some peace so our people can get out of here. So we're going to turn to Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24 to understand this lesson. Peace, peace, and sudden destruction. These wars shouldn't even alarm you. They shouldn't. And most of all, your pastor should have taught you this. I know my pastor in my old Sunday church didn't teach us nothing about this. He taught us that once God come back, he's going to rapture the church out of here. They ain't going to go through the tribulation period. I gotta redo all that, because we've been told so many lies for so many years about the rapture. Every time God saved his people, he saved them through the trouble. Through the trouble. Every time. Sodom and Gomorrah, he saved Lot through the trouble. Noah, he saved Noah through the trouble. All this is going to do the exact same thing here. But you got to understand, war is not nothing to be panicking about when it becomes peace. Let's check this lesson out. Let's go to Matthew chapter 24. We're going to start with verse 1. You get it, brother? Go ahead.
And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple.
So Jesus and the disciples sit outside the temple talking. And they're going to ask Jesus a question that we all should be wanting to know at the end of this word. He's talking about our time right now. Verse 3, go ahead.
And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying,
Yes, sir.
Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
He asked the question. When is the end of the world? Our people today, we don't want to know the end of the world. We want everything to be smooth sailing, but I'm telling you, living in a dangerous time right here. Very dangerous. And one thing about this time is, it's going to come up on people like a thief in the night. I know y'all hear all that stuff about back in the day without any understanding about Jesus come as a thief in the night. But he just don't come as a thief in the night to people that understand his book.
That's right. Amen.
He comes as a thief in the night to the people that don't understand the plan of God.
That's right.
Period.
Come on.
We understand the different time frames of what's about to happen when he's close to his coming. We might not understand the exact date, but we understand when it's approaching. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you.
That's the first thing he did. That's the first thing he said. Take heed that no man, that includes me. You check me out through the scriptures. When a pastor tell you something, or anybody tell you something about world events, if they can't call it out the book, don't believe them. They don't understand. Especially when they tell you that the time about to be at the end because all these wars going on. Now that's just the beginning. Go ahead.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
They sure deceiving them today. They coming in the name of Christmas, Easter, Sunday worship, all that stuff that's not written in this book. And they deceiving money. Check them out tomorrow, Sunday. Check them out. They'll be in church. Go ahead.
And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars.
Check this out. Now he's talking about what just hit us. Wars and rumors of wars. Let's see what he got to say about that. Go ahead.
See that ye be not troubled.
So
For
Jesus don't want to be troubled because we hear war?
No, sir.
He don't want us to be troubled. He don't want us to be troubled. Why? Go ahead.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Everything that's written in this book got to come to pass. We ain't even had the third temple being built yet, people panicking. We don't even know who the man of sin is, and people panicking. All that stuff got to be revealed. People panic because of a war. That shows me that. You panic because of a war, you don't understand the book. Go ahead.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
Yes, sir.
And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places.
Ain't that all that's going on right now, right? China against America, Russia against America. All these different types of nations are rising up against each other. The blacks against the whites. Everybody against each other, rolling like that. But he tells us that's just the beginning. Don't worry about it, don't be troubled. Go ahead.
All these are the beginning of sorrow.
Beginning of what?
Sorrows.
It's sorrow. Don't get me wrong now. It's painful to see people warring and they sending your little children over there to fight a war, and it's nothing but about power and money. That's all it's all about.
That's all.
But these people don't understand that. So I'm just trying to comfort people's mind. When you hear a war, don't get so uptight. That's just the beginning. That peace and safety, you need to worry about. Let's check this out. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. We want to make sure we understand what's going on. I don't want to be around here speculating. Following a man, following a woman. You need to know for yourself, so you'll be eased in the mind. So you'll know when to go in the place of safety, how to protect yourself. But if no one touches these scriptures in the Bible about wars, about all this destruction, how you going to prepare the people? They don't prepare the people. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. Let me show y'all a clue that God gives us about the end of the world and when we should be worried. Go ahead.
But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
You see what he said? The day of the Lord come perfectly. Because it is a thief of the night. We're going to deal with that. Go ahead.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then suddenly destruction cometh upon them.
Yes, sir.
As travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
He said, when they shall say peace and safety, that's the clue. When it's a worldwide treaty of peace, this little Roman Pope going around trying to make peace in every country. Because he understands that he got to fulfill his prophecy. He said, and then sudden destruction come as a woman travailing with child. Who in here know when you were pregnant, women, did you know when you going to have that baby? Precisely, that birth pain hits so fast, you sometimes you couldn't recover. You're like, oh, it's time for me to have it. This is how it's going to come in the day that people not watching. Just like that. If you're a woman and have a child, you understand that come on you instantly. Go ahead.
Verse 4. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness.
You see what he said? We ain't in darkness. I'm not fearing this. You shouldn't fear it. We're not in darkness. We understand these events got to come to pass. The third temple got to be built. The man of sin got to be revealed. The mark of the beast got to come. All this stuff got to come to pass. But people panicking over war. Go ahead.
But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief.
He talking to me now. I don't know about you. He said you should be overtaken by darkness. Because you should understand, Jeff, you done read this over and over and over again in the Bible about when I'm coming. So if you hear war, you ain't panicking. Go ahead.
Ye are all the children of light,
Yes, sir.
and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness.
That's all that said, that our vision of what's in this book is not cloudy. We understand because we put book with book, here a little, there a little. We understand this stuff. We ain't in the dark like most people are. They get panicky, get scared when they hear a sign of a war. It's peace and safety you need to be worried about. When it's worldwide peace, get ready. Go ahead.
Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
He tells us let us not sleep. It's not only just talking about going to bed. It's talking about sleeping on world events. People don't open this book up and you can open this book up and follow the direction of God, the blueprint of how it's going to go down. That's what I like about this God. He tell you what he going to do before he do it. But how many people open this book up more than one time a week? Be truthful with yourself. I ain't tell nobody to raise no hand up. But you got to get in this book and read it, understand it, so you can have faith. Faith comes by understanding.
That's right.
You can't have no faith if you don't understand who you're dealing with. Especially this man of sin that's going to pop on and say, he going to come so peaceful. He going to have money. He going to have food. He going to have everything you need. He said, you can get it as long as you put that mark in your right hand or your forehead. And you know if you put that in there, God's through with you.
Doomed.
Period. You doomed.
Amen.
You can't scratch it out. You can't get it out. Anything. It's over. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 7. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
Yes, sir.
But let us, who are of the day, be sober,
Yes, sir.
putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for in heaven the hope of salvation.
This is how you be sober. We're not talking about alcohol only. If you don't know these scriptures, you drunk. You drunk, you a drunk woman, a drunk man walking around the world. You know how a drunk man, a drunk woman walking around the world, he can end up in somebody else's house, don't even know it, cooking food. He don't know it. Just like these people end up in somebody's house tomorrow, cooking food. On Sunday, we in this house on the Sabbath day, the seventh day. Because we're not drunk with the word of knowledge. We understand. But he tells us about this peace and safety. It's going to come. Go ahead.
Verse 9. For God has not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Jesus Christ.
All this stuff going on in the world with the war, nation against nation, people get people. He don't want us to be wrathful. Meaning creating all kind of chaos, fighting, and all this stuff. You can't do that to my black brother. You can't do that to my black sister. I'm going to stand up for them. You don't know what they done did to offend God. That's what you need to find out before you start protecting somebody. And you find out, a lot of times I go back and start researching these people, I say, man, I see why he did that to him or her. Going off skin color, my brother, my sister. Your brother and sister gonna get their behind whooped if they break these laws, period. And Leviticus chapter 23 says he's gonna persecute us 7 times more than all the nations. So get used to it, understand how to walk. Don't be in darkness with this. This peace and safety, what we're dealing with before sudden destruction. Let's go to Matthew chapter 24. Let's get an example of this peace and safety before the destruction. God always helps his people. He always have an escape route, escape plan. But his people don't want to help themselves.
That's right.
They want to be comfortable. I don't want to move too much. I'm guilty of it too. But you got to be in an uncomfortable position when you're dealing with this book now. It's uncomfortable. Because you're going to hear a lot of stuff that is sinful and you got to correct it. You're like, oh man, that joke shouldn't have said food. Now I got to tell him that it's a sin to call somebody food. We having a good conversation till you say that. It's uncomfortable sometimes. Telling a brother or sister they sin. It's uncomfortable. But if it ain't uncomfortable, you're riding with it. And that blood is on your hands. Everybody gonna have a resume. Everybody gonna have to have them books open. You're gonna say, look, I see what you didn't correct her, him. You had all this knowledge, but you ain't say nothing. Because you want to be somebody's friend. You want somebody like you. Get back to the book. Matthew chapter 24, verse 36. Let me show you something. An example. How when it's peace and safety, sudden destruction comes. But God helps us. Go ahead, brother.
But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only.
This is talking about the second coming of Jesus. Nobody know the day or hour. We don't know when precisely. He coming Tuesday at 1 o'clock. We don't know that. But we do know the events that center around his coming.
That's right.
We just need to be in a place where it's safe. So when he get there, he found us doing what we're supposed to be doing, which is following this law. Go ahead.
But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
So we understand about Noah. This is the one that built the big boat that saved the creation, all the animals, brought them in 2 by 2 by unclean animals and 7s by clean animals. That's another thing that slipped by the word. They think Noah only put 2 by 2 in all. Keep reading in Genesis. He said he put 2 unclean and 7 clean. Because nobody was supposed to eat the unclean animals. You kill the species off. They understood the dietary law. But he talking about an event that's going to happen in our day before this sudden destruction here. He said it's going to be like the days of Noah. Go ahead.
For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking.
Yes, sir.
Married and given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
That sounds like some peace and safety, don't it? Mm-hmm. They eating, they drinking, they marrying, they feeling real comfortable. But they not looking at the clue God gave them. Noah building a boat. And they looking at this man building a boat in the desert ain't never seen rain. And Noah tell them, look, it's gonna rain, it's gonna flood, it's gonna rain for 100 years. And they didn't believe him until that first drop hit their forehead. That's why God had to close that ark up, because he know man, he'd get compassionate and say, I just crack it a little bit and let him in. He would have killed the whole creation if he did that. God closed the ark.
Yes.
So he couldn't open it. Go ahead.
39. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
See, in that period of time, they didn't know until the flood came. Just like in this period of time coming up now, people gonna be looking at world peace. Everything gonna be peaceful. The Pope right now working to get peace with all the leaders of the world. They respect him.
That's right.
Go check it out. Go Google it. They respect him. It got to be world peace all over this world. And then sudden destruction. Not no war. Go ahead.
Then shall two be in the field. The one shall be taken and the other left.
Yes, sir.
Two women shall be grinding at the mill. The one shall be taken and the other left.
Folks say, that's the rapture, Jerry. That ain't no rapture. It's just telling you what people gonna be doing at that time, or when the flood happened, or when we in the wilderness at the time, or when Jesus come back with the first resurrection. Because we in the wilderness, some gonna be left, some gonna be taken. It all depends on where you at. Go ahead.
Watch therefore.
What he said? Watch? What we watching?
Watch therefore.
If you ain't got no knowledge, how can you watch? If you ain't reading and understand, how can you watch? He's not talking about your eyes only. Put that on. He's not talking about your eyes only. He's talking about your knowledge. How well do you know the events that's about to happen in this book? So you ain't got to wait and say, oh, see what Jeff gonna do, then I'm gonna go. You better take your behind on to the wilderness. You better get to the place and say, don't be waiting on me, I'm probably already over there. Go ahead, brother.
For to watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doeth come.
Yes, sir. We don't know the hour. He tells us to watch the events. And one of the events is the third temple and watch Jerusalem. Go ahead.
But know this, that if the goodman of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
So God giving us an example. Now, if you know a thief coming to your house tomorrow at 3 o'clock, you're going to be there. You're going to be there. I won't be there. I don't be there. Hey, you come. I got something for you, buddy. But this is how God telling us. He's that thief that's coming that they don't know nothing about because they watching wars. They're not watching the current events when the third temple, I got to keep expressing that, or when the abomination of desolation or the man of sin steps on the scene, and he rolling around here and his entourage, I'm not saying it's him, which is Pope Francis. It might could be, but I'm not saying it's him. And they looking at him like he's the most holy thing in the world.
That's right.
This is what he's telling you about this thief. Don't be like this thief, man. Watch. Watch. People that get stuff stolen from them, they're not watching. Go ahead.
44. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man coming.
You should be ready. How you be ready? You keep going over the same thing that he talks about in his book every day.